Annyeonghaseyo friends, and welcome back to the Torsie channel for more IU and a little more Jam Jam for your day. We talked about watching Jam Jam at her 2 concerts. We watched the performance at Palette, and today we're going to watch the performance at Love Poem, which I expect will be quite different because they're completely different stages. So I'm looking forward to seeing that because Jam Jam has been on my mind since we watched it. Last week, I also ended up with a surprise performance of Lee Ji-keum, otherwise known as DLWLRMA. Did I say that right? Yes, it did! DLWLRMA. Well done me. I didn't know that was going to be part of the video and it surprised me and it was fabulous. So we are going to watch a performance of that over on Patreon today. Also on Patreon is Hotel de Luna. Episode 4 went up yesterday. It's my favorite episode so far. It's so good. And now we have to wait a whole week for the next episode, and why have I done this to myself? If you'd like to join us for more IU fun and some Hotel de Luna, the link to Patreon is in the description. But for the here and the now, let's watch Jam Jam. Gotcha. And this whole stage is just so different. Badass. Hell yes. Ooh, cool. Oh, that's so good. Mesmerizing. I mean, IU with live bands always. Look at that. Woo! Okay, amazing, 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 amazing. I love those two in comparison, the Palette versus Love poem version, because that's got a really jazzy feel to it, and it's showing the two ways that you can do jazz, particularly jazz that has like a bit of a cabaret feel, which that song does because of the lyrics, because it's a bit of a saucy song or a sugary song, because it is a song about sex, about a short affair or a one night stand, and sung in metaphor, which is something that you see so much in the kind of music that was sung in cabarets. So with the Palette one, I talked a lot about that really musical theatre, Fosse, Candor and Ebb type performance, where we were really evoking musicals like Cabaret and musicals like Chicago, being in that particular dress with the red shoes, standing on top of the bar, having the dancers all create shapes that focus on her. And that is one way to do jazz and songs like that. And what she just did there is the other way, which is the stand and deliver style. And there is just so much power in stand and deliver. So much power. Some of the best jazz performances you will ever see is somebody who is standing on stage behind a microphone stand, and maybe it's just something with their hand, and maybe it's just something with how they look, and maybe it's just a little eyebrow raise or just a little wink at something, or the slightest roll of their shoulders, and it is so sexy. It's so sexy and so suggestive without it ever needing to be overt. I talk a lot about Gypsy Rose Lee. If you're familiar with the musical Gypsy, it's written about her, and she was a stripper. But the thing about Gypsy Rose Lee is that she never stripped. So Gypsy Rose Lee would come out on the stage in like a full ball gown and sing a very raunchy song and, you know, flaunt herself around the stage, and everyone would be going nuts. And right before she walked off the stage, she would just drop a shoulder and then exit. And people would lose their freaking minds because it was the idea of what was underneath the dress rather than actually seeing what was under the dress. And that minimalist stand and deliver style is very much that Gypsy Rose Lee of just letting your imagination do the rest. And it's also extremely come hither. I mean, the freaking power of not being the person that goes to them. They need to come to you. Exquisite. And again, IU is so good at matching the performance to the lyrics and to the music. First of all, the quality of her voice changed. It became velvety. She has a really clear as a bell voice. She has wonderful clarity. And then she just changed the tone and it became really smooth and really velvety. And it sounded like she's just whispering in your ear in a dark bar. Fabulous. But then that real come hither performance where she just touches the microphone stand, and then open-armed invitation matching these lyrics of somebody who is empowered, knows their mind, knows their body, knows exactly what they want and how they want it, and they don't have to go chase it. They can just stand there and the person that they want will come. And the moment when she did kind of free up a little bit and have like a little boogie moment was still something that was in her body and a real natural movement. It was impulsive movement. And when you're talking about a night like she's singing about, you are talking about working on impulse, feeding a desire, satiating a need. When you want something sugary, as she sings about, it's a hunger, it's a need, it's a craving, and the only thing that will stop it is to feed the craving, is to satiate it. So that moment where she does suddenly comes from the same impetus that she's singing about of this is a thing that I need to do, and then she moves her body in that way that it's like, this is just the way that I need to move. And the rest of it is that very empowered, very confident, stand and deliver and you can come to me. Every week. She does this to me every week. I love her so much. I love her so much. She's so clever. How two such completely different deliveries of a song won't diminish the meaning of the song, because both of them are symbols of bodily autonomy, of power, of confidence in your choices. Both of them are still displaying the exact same message, and both of them are really classic jazz cabaret style. If you do go watch, say, Liza Minnelli's Cabaret, there are things like Willkommen or Money Makes the World Go Round, which is then different to when she sings Maybe This Time, and Maybe This Time is a stand and deliver song. And it's a song you could put choreography to. It's quite a thrilling song. It's got a huge build in it. You very much could. But it's so much more powerful that she just stands and sings and fills the entire space with her intention. It's palpable, not just listening to the lyrics, not just watching the choreography, she's radiating the intention. And she does it both in choreography for things like Willkommen and in a still performance like in Maybe This Time. And that's the two ends of that really cabaret style performance that IU has delivered between those two concerts. The fact that she knows that is, I think, one of the reasons why she stands out so much as a musician. If you're going to be a high performing artist, you need to know what came before you in order to draw upon it and have rich performances that can make allusions to what has come before. Just a cut above the people who do what they do really, really well, but are living in a little bubble and only know their existence and the people who are here with them now and don't understand what came before them. How do you compete with an artist like IU who truly understands her art? I love her. Every week I declare my love for her, every single week, and it's only getting stronger as we watch more and more Hotel de Lune. I'm just like, I'm so obsessed with you. She's fabulous. She's just a really, really clever artist. And I gotta say, really, really clever fans. Part of the fun of becoming part of a fandom and learning about a new artist and getting involved is also meeting their fans. And SHINee's Minho once said that SHINee's fans are a reflection of SHINee, and SHINee is a reflection of their fans. I've gotta say, SHINee fans are really lovely people, really, really lovely people, and it speaks volumes about who SHINee is, that their fans are such nice people. And I think it speaks volumes about IU that her fans are clever and interested and curious. You're really looking into every little thing that she does and finding all the messages and all the crumbs that she's leaving for you and making the experience rich for you, because I think she respects her audience. She knows that you're all clever people and really appreciative of art, and so she's feeding it because she knows you can take it. She doesn't have to simplify anything for you. Equally, you then in turn really appreciate everything she's giving you and recognize how clever and how talented she is. I'm so excited that this is the fandom. You're first of all giving me lots of wonderful recommendations, and I really appreciate it. And your comments are so kind, and I really, really appreciate them. You really make my day. Like every day, you really make my day. It speaks volumes of IU that you're her fans. You come as a package, and as this whole picture, this is a really wonderful, interesting, nuanced, creative picture, and I'm really, really, really excited. Every week I'm really excited to do more and then to hear what you have to say about her, because it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Okay, fabulous. DLWLRMA, try saying that 10 times fast. Ejigum is so much faster to say. So that is happening over on Patreon shortly. Come and hang out there if you like. But thank you for joining me for more IU. Kamsahamnida and saringeyo, and I will see you soon for more. Annyeong.